But the best basketball of the weekend, the best player in America, the best shooter in America, Caitlin Clark.
28 years, the numbers were stellar. Caitlin Clark drew a whole new fan base into it.
And they all stayed the course. She allowed her teammates to lead her in certain moments and calm her down in certain moments while still playing the game and being herself.
Speaking of freak athletes, Caitlin Clark effect has now hit the WNBA. It has been announced today.
Caitlin Clark is box office. She's doing this. And instead of giving her credit, y'all tried to make it about, oh, y'all poo-pooing the old guard.
This woman is special. She is a marksman. She is the Steph Curry.
You know how rookies usually have to prove themselves? Not Caitlin Clark. She walked into the Fever's locker room and turned it upside down. And you know what? Her teammates are loving it. Want to know why? Imagine this. Clark steps onto the WNBA court for the first time, and boom, she's dropping 19.2 points and dishing out 8.4 assists per game. That's not rookie numbers, that's superstar stuff. When she first showed up at the Fever's locker room, you could feel the tension. The vets were probably thinking, who's this college hotshot? Instead of pushback, Clark's teammates started saying things you'd never expect. It's like they forgot she was a rookie. The way Clark changed the whole team dynamic. Don't go anywhere, cause here's what happens next. Clark didn't just change the team, she rewrote the rookie playbook. Most college stars hit a wall in the WNBA, but Clark smashed right through it. How? The answer might surprise you. Remember how everyone thought Caitlin Clark would need time to adjust to the pros? Yeah, that didn't happen. She stepped onto the court and started dropping jaws from day one. It's like she forgot to read the How to Be a Rookie manual and wrote her own instead. Imagine this, it's Clark's first game in the WNBA and she's facing the toughest defense of her life. The pressure is insane. What does she do? Turns the ball over 10 times. Ouch, right. But hold up, she still managed to score 20 points. That's not a rookie move, that's a star move.
It's always important to give credit where it's due, and I think we all realize where the credit needs to be given as far as the success.
I love the point that you made about Caitlin Clark in terms of the BS that she had to deal with off the court. We got to remember she's been box office, she was the main attraction, and there were so many storylines that's been associated with her. Most recently, the whole thing with her and Cheryl Swoops, even though it really wasn't her, it was Cheryl Swoops and all this. Every time you turned around, there was something that she had to deal with.
That ain't got nothing to do with Caitlin Clark. But there was a lot of people tried to make sure they keep Caitlin Clark in her place because what you're doing, if you give her all this shine, you minimize what they done.
Amy Bentley, Clark's teammate who's played all over the world, couldn't believe what she was seeing. She said Clark's style was like the top international players, but Clark was doing it as a rookie. It's like she skipped the whole learning curve thing and went straight to superstar mode. Clark didn't just adjust to the WNBA's pace. She set it on fire. She's out there breaking records left and right. Oh, and she's the first rookie ever to record multiple triple-doubles. That's not just good, that's historic. But let's talk about why Clark's transition was so smooth when other college stars struggle. It's not just talent, it's experience. Think about it. Clark was dominating college ball for years. She was National Player of the Year twice in a row. By the time she hit the WNBA, she was already playing at a pro level. Rebecca Lobo, a WNBA legend, saw it coming. She knew Clark's deep shooting range and playmaking skills would translate perfectly to the pros. While everyone else was worrying about Clark's transition, Lobo was probably thinking, just wait and see. And guess what? Clark's competitive fire is off the charts. She's been that way since she was a kid. It's like she was born to dominate, just like the WNBA greats before her. That drive, it's pushing her to new heights every single game. Clark's not just scoring, she's making everyone around her better. Katie Lou Samuelson couldn't stop raving about Clark's passing skills. She said playing with Clark was a joy, and it showed in the Fever's offense. They weren't just winning games, they were putting on a show. Turns out Clark's magic isn't just on the court, it's in the locker room too. Ever wonder what it's like to play alongside a phenom? The Fever's roster is revealing the truth, and it might change how you see the game. Let's start with Kelsey Mitchell, a WNBA All-Star who's seen it all. You'd think she'd be wary of a rookie stealing her thunder, right? Wrong. Mitchell's singing Clark's praises like she's the second coming of basketball Jesus. She says Clark's passing is opening up scoring chances she never knew existed. That's not just teamwork, that's next level stuff. And it gets better. Mitchell didn't stop there. She went full fan mode, saying, "Caitlyn, you changed the world in so many ways. I'm always going to be a fan. I'm always going to be in your corner." That's not how veterans usually talk about rookies. It's like Clark rewrote the teammate handbook overnight.
Fever are having on the economy in Indianapolis, in the WNBA, in the world of sports. And frankly, it's amazing.
I think she's spectacular. I think she's going to be the biggest box office attraction in women's basketball in short order. I know it sounds like I could be a bit biased. I had the pleasure, as I've told you on several occasions, of doing an interview with her. And when I was there with her on stage to do something with her, 10,000 people showed.
That is the question on everybody's mind, because when you look at the numbers with Caitlin Clark there, her first playoff game drawing 1.84 million viewers. Ridiculous numbers. The highest rated playoff game since game 2 of the 2000 WNBA finals. This wasn't even just an opening round game back in 2000. This was one of the finals games.
Caitlin Clark, unanimous rookie of the year. But what's even more impressive, she's first team WNBA.
Now let's talk about Aaliyah Boston. She and Clark are like peanut butter and jelly on the court. They're pulling off game-winning plays like they've been playing together for years. Remember that clutch moment against the Atlanta Dream? That wasn't luck. That was Clark and Boston's chemistry in action. They're not just teammates, they're the future of the Fever's offense. Even the seasoned pros are learning from Clark. Take Erica Wheeler, for example. She's been in the game for years, but Clark's got her feeling like a rookie again. Wheeler said Clark's focus and joy for the game reignited her own passion. Imagine that, a rookie inspiring a vet to fall in love with basketball all over again. Grace Berger's story is even better. She used to be Clark's rival in college. Now, they're on the same team and Berger's blown away. She's watching Clark dominate the pros like it's no big deal. Berger's not just impressed, she's in awe. Victoria Saxton spilled the beans on Clark's secret weapon. It's not her shooting or her passing, it's her work ethic. Saxton says Clark's dedication and practice is setting a whole new standard. She's not just elevating her own game, she's dragging everyone else up with her. Work ethic is just the beginning. What if I told you Clark's changing the entire concept of what it means to be a rookie? Her leadership is so next level, it's got the whole league buzzing. Coach Christy Sides can't stop raving about Clark's competitive fire. She says, first and foremost, she's the most competitive human being I've ever met. That's not rookie talk, that's superstar material. You know who else was known for that killer instinct? Diana Taurasi. Yeah, we're talking WNBA legend status here. Clark's not just following in those footsteps, she's blazing her own trail. And her teammates? They're along for the ride, loving every second of it. Remember how the Fever were struggling? They hadn't made the playoffs since 2016. That's a long time in basketball years. Then Clark shows up and boom, suddenly they're playoff contenders again. It's like she walked in and said, losing streak? Not on my watch. Clark's not just scoring points, she's changing the whole team dynamic. Katie Lou Samuelson couldn't stop gushing about Clark's passing skills. She said she's a phenomenal passer, and so for me as a shooter, that's something that is super fun to play with. Imagine that, a rookie making the game more fun for the vets. And it's not just about the assists. Clark's got this way of bringing everyone together. It's like she walked into the locker room and decided, we're not just teammates, we're family now. And you know what? It's working. The Fever aren't only winning games, they're having a blast doing it. Think about it. Most rookies are trying to figure out how to fit in. Clark, she's rewriting the whole playbook. She's not just adjusting to the WNBA, she's making the WNBA adjust to her. It's like she looked at the rookie rule book and said, nah, I've got a better idea. And this is just the beginning. Clark's not only changing the Fever, she's changing the whole game. She's setting a new standard for what rookies can do, how they can lead, how they can impact a team. And the rest of the league, they're watching, taking notes, and probably wondering, how do we keep up with this? Let's talk about Caitlin Clark's journey from college superstar to WNBA Rookie of the Year. It's wild. She got 66 out of 67 first place votes. That's not just winning, that's dominating. WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert thinks Clark's just getting started. She said, I know the best is yet to come. Can you imagine Clark getting even better? It's mind-blowing. Clark's not taking all the credit though. After winning, she said, I am grateful to everyone that supported me throughout this past season. Now that's not only talent, but all class. Clark didn't change the fever, she's changing the whole game. And if you thought this season was insane, just wait till next year. The WNBA will never be the same. Thanks again for joining us on this journey through some exciting times in WNBA history. Share your thoughts in the comments section, and please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Now let's go!